Good morning. Three horrible day. We shall not let that bother us. Lorry of wheat to load. 29 tonne of that stuff. It's going in that lorry. Hopefully. Rain is pouring down. Lorry loaded. 30 less tonnes sitting in that heap. We actually just committed last week to a lot of that getting sold actually. 600 odd tonne. Getting offered reasonable money for spring collection basically. It was varying price ranges across collection from the start of next year onwards. Basically works out £196 a tonne, which we thought was actually quite a good price at the moment, so just pulled the trigger and got rid of quite a chunk. A lot of other places are kind of quoting £175 a tonne, so pull the trigger. We've already 300 tonne of that away. 600 tonne is now committed at that £196 a tonne price. We need 100 tonne for our own hens, and that leaves us probably 200, somewhere about that, 200 tonne of wheat in there, not sold. Seed oats, they're all sold. Seed barley, most of that sold, might get left for the 100 tonne or so. It'll end up turning to feed. OSR, all sold. United oil seeds. Malt barley, we're using quite a bit of that for feed right now, because there's no market for malt really. And this load is another load of malt that is going for Bandit beer. I just need to make contact with a few maltsters to see who can malt it for me. I was waiting on a call back from Simpson's Malt, but they've not got back to me yet, so I might chase them today, see if they can help me out. It's trying to snow here. Sleety, horrible stuff. Oh, I wish the flipping rain would stop. God's sake! The planings delivered last night, and the lorry driver has made a right arse of the grass. Need a 25mm valve stopcock, so Highland Industrial Supplies is out a stock. Next stop, AP Bearings, because it's next door. Hi, you got any water fittings? No luck. Tool station or screw fix next. Oh, or Harborough actually. Harborough's next to them. We'll go Harborough. I like a trip to Harborough. No luck in Harborough. Screw fix is there, but I prefer tool station. It's always cheaper. There's two guys who own screw fix. Started it, built it up, sold it to Kingfisher, which is B&Q and all that, and then they started tool station. No luck. They only had the fancy styles, what they called. There's a brand of fittings, quick fit, 45 quid for a valve. Five shops, no luck. I could go to Agri, but they're a wee bit away, so there's a plumbing place down the road. We will try there next. There we go. Shout out City Plumbing. Sixth place I've been to. Finally. 30 quid. 30 quid. Whoever owns the rights to all this stuff makes a fortune. There's probably £1 worth of actual plastic in there. A few moulds and a big markup. I actually don't think there'll be £1 worth of plastic in there. Probably 20 pence worth of plastic in there. Switch that valve off. I've got a valve to swap in this hen shed. This one. Just need to turn it on, see if it leaks. Fingers crossed it doesn't. Tuesday today, hens come in on Saturday to get on and get things finished, ready for hens coming in. Everything's been washed down, it's been shifted back into position, ready to go for another flock. It's quite tricky getting your hand down there when you've got a fleece and a hoodie on. Speaking of, thank you very much to everyone who has bought themselves a nice fleece. I hope you enjoy it for the winter. And actually, they're quite handy in the summertime because they're not mega thick and they're nice and lightweight. This and a t-shirt, cracking. Sounds like it's working. Harborough mixer is here to sort out hen feed. That shed of hens, which is still full, and a pre-lay mix for the new hens coming. So younger hens that are still growing, they're going to need a higher protein content because they need that to grow their bodies. And then once they get to kind of full maturity, you bring down that protein level so that it's just enough that they can look after themselves and produce a nice egg. They're not needing to grow anymore. Could do with giving these IBCs a wash actually. Right, we're back in the workshop here. Bucket brush here. The adjustment in the legs is totally seized, and what we've actually found out is the top part of the thread that's in there, that's just a threaded bar that connects to that adjuster. You spin that and it adjusts the depth of where the contact of the brush comes into the ground and the blade. And because we've got a new blade on here, it's miles out, but we can't adjust it far enough. So Kev's just stripped one of them apart and found out the thread in there is bent. Chop that off. We've got spare thread here, so we'll weld a section of that on. I'm just trying to get this motor up and running on the compressor because it gave up the ghost, that one there. But when this got delivered 2 weeks ago, one of the legs was knackered. So they sent a new leg up. Now we can get it up and running. The wiring's there for it, which will need to come in from the other side, which is fine. There's plenty of length. Just put the belt on, tighten up these back two bolts, and I think the position looks good. Need to tighten that grub screw. I'm going to do that now before I forget and the pulley comes flying off. We've actually just figured out on this, although these legs do need changed and fixed because they're not adjusting very well, we actually need to adjust these bolt holes to shift the whole thing out because it's got a new blade. The old blade sat about there, right? So that distance there, pretty much a full adjustment of a hole there, which is good. And that'll take the brush out beyond the blade so it can sit down below the blade. So it's contacting the ground while the blade is on ground level. Wired it up, I think correctly. We're about to find out. Plugged in there, off switch here. Good to go. Voila! Job done. That is now up and running. It's turning the right way. Got the guards back on. You don't realise how much you use the compressor till it runs out of steam and gives up the ghost. There you go. October 1983. 42-year-old, that thing. That's probably the only thing that's ever been changed on it, the motor. I think that was 180 quid. I can't remember, I ordered it 3 weeks ago. I looked at new ones, but they were over £1,000 and the tank will be nowhere near as good as that is. That will be thick as anything. I love it when these things work. So the threaded bar, they've chopped off and actually it was threaded in there, then welded on. So we've got that little chunk out. So we'll cut a section off of that, pack that off, thread it in there, weld it round about, put it all back together with a bit of copper grease. We have a fully operational leg now. We did away with a handle that you turn and just put a nut on the end so we could rattle it back and forward with a gun or a spanner instead. Smash it. Right, I've left Kev to it. He's going to see to the other adjustment leg. I need to nip to Dundee to see a man about it. No. Spot the breakdown. I don't want to talk about it. There goes the gate lady. Big man! I'm just mucking out this passage, but Betty, we've been left with wee man. Big man. Good lad. Good lad. Oh no, he's waking up. Keep him moving. We kitted out. Boots. White socks.
Boots are essential.
Hey bud.
It looks real chunky there.
Oh no.
Oh no. Let's get
Keep
going.
him moving.
Let's get going.
Come on dog, you're coming with me. Off they go. Anyway, I am just about finished here. I need to scrape out the passages. And that is my morning complete. It was already 9:30. time flies. We had 4 beasts away first thing this morning to go for our own butchery, and that is all Christmas beef. So now we're getting into Christmas beef. 4 today, 4 in 2 weeks time, and that might be enough for Christmas. So if you're looking for beef or turkeys or all sorts for your Christmas, head to CrawfordsFarm shop website and get your order there. You can get everything you need for Christmas. If you're hosting, you can get the works. From veg to chipolatas to turkey to beef, goose fat, Christmas pudding, every single thing you need for Christmas grub. It's only for local pickup or local delivery. So all of you that are not within whatever it is, a 30-mile radius of the farm shop, we can't help you. We'd love to be able to do it, but just the way the postage goes Christmas time, you cannot depend on it, especially when it's perishable chilled goods. It could be sitting in a van for a week, a month, so it's a no-go.